Hello there guys, it's Stephen here, and it's hot, sweaty, minging, incredibly humid in Manchester, but there is loads of transfer goodness, and this episode is mainly about fullbacks. If that isn't music to your ears, I don't know what is, because we need fullbacks, and we literally do need fullbacks. We haven't got any, unless you count Kolarov, and I don't really count Kolarov. But anyway, before we get onto the transfer target, you can see all the names scrolling below me. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. Hit the little bell notification. And also, I want to say quickly, congratulations to my wonderful, beautiful girlfriend Nicola on getting a 2-1 in her degree. I'm very, very proud of her. So everyone tell her in the comments how great she is. She's over there smiling. You can hear her. And also, I want to talk a little bit about Tosin Adarabioyo. He's signed a new contract with Manchester City as well, which is great news. The Young England Youth International. It's been a kind of and ahhing for a while. I understand why, given a lack of promotion with young players these days, but he signed a new contract, which is fantastic because he still remains a wonderful prospect for us. And I'm hoping now that he gets first team football somewhere. If it's not a City, at least go on loan and prove what you can do, Tosin, because you are good enough. And also, Aguero's been speaking to the press and saying he's very happy at City. Unsurprisingly, has 2 years left in his contract. He's not even thinking about where he's going to be after that because he just wants to do a job here in Manchester because the sun's here. You can't tell in this room I'm in, but it is hot, and I'm sure Sergio's pretty happy about that. But anyway, let's get on to the transfer target. I'm going to start with Benjamin Mendy. You wait for ages and ages and ages, and all these fullbacks suddenly come along at once. It looks like his move, his long protracted move to Manchester City, is finally coming to an end. According to Le Ten Sport over in France anyway, they're saying that he's only days away now, completing a £39.6 million move to Manchester City, and that would be wonderful because Benjamin Mendy is a bulldozing powerhouse of a fullback with bucketfuls of potential and perfect for the Premier League. I'm expecting this to happen now. We all had the theory that in general after the international breaks, the transfers will start to pick up a little bit. It looks like that is actually happening now. He is free of international duty. There's always been rumours as well. Apparently we bid for Mbappe, but it's been denied. I think that's probably just paper talk. I think that's obviously nonsense. But yes, it looks like Mendy finally may happen. It looks like he may be a City player, hopefully within the next week or so, because we need him big time. Him as our first choice left back next season, maybe with Bertrand to follow, would be wonderful stuff. And another player who looks likely, definitely to follow, is Dani Alves. The rumours have been a wash over the last couple of days. And if you haven't already, take a quick video about Alves, go and watch that for more detail. But the latest is, according to Sam Lee and Romeo Agresti, is that he's about to sign a 2-year contract with Manchester City. There's been rumours that he's been in talks with Juve to release him from his contract a year early. They've got a very good relationship there, and I think it's just one of those things where it's done in good faith. Maybe it might be a small fee. I've heard it's going to be a free transfer, but there's also rumours that it might be £5 million. But either way, for a player of experience, presuming we get someone like Walker in, and I'll go on to him in a minute, that's a hell of a signing. Dani Alves is a leader. He's experienced. He still has the energy, that pace, that tenacity, and more importantly, that footballing ability and that appreciation of Pep's methods and how it'll improve him even still as a player. Alves is a wonderful signing potentially. If this happens, I will be incredibly excited. And it looks like it's going to happen soon. All signs seem to point towards him holding up a blue shirt within the next few days. And another player, hopefully, that will be a Manchester City fullback is Kyle Walker. It's going to be a little bit quiet recently, but all the rumours have popped up again in the press. The Daily Star, all sources, saying that Spurs want 45 million. The Times have been saying that they're also playing hardball and want 50 million pounds. Well, I've heard rumours that apparently we've bid a lot less. So I'd expect we'd meet somewhere in the middle. It looks like City are now doing that thing where they call the team's bluff. And Spurs famously strike a very hard bargain. Daniel Levy is a man not to be messed with. I suspect we'll probably meet some middle ground and find a compromise around 40 million. And then we'll have the likes of Dani Alves and Kyle Walker as our fullbacks going into the season. Isn't that incredibly exciting? Now imagine if we sign all these players and all of a sudden we go from Clichy, Kolarov, Navas, Sanya and Zaba as our fullback options to Bertrand, Alves, Mendy and Walker. That is a statement and a half if it happens, but those three for now anyway. They're the ones that are close to doing. There's been no new news on Bertrand yet, but fingers crossed. But yeah, that's exciting, isn't it? Let me know in the comments who would actually be the first choice right back if we had both Walker and Dani Alves. I wouldn't even know where to start with that one. But let's get on to the outs as well. Samir Nasri, a man that I absolutely adore as a footballer. I think he's a criminally underrated player, but maybe there are problems with his attitude. I actually met him once and he was a lovely bloke, really intelligent. That was for Blooming Rising TV a long time ago, but I would be gutted to see him go, but kind of expect it. He went on loan last year to Sevilla and did pretty well, but then typically Samir, his form dropped off a cliff halfway through the season, which is a shame. And it seems now clubs are kind of giving up on him a little bit, knowing that he's kind of hard work and doesn't give you that full season that he needs to be one of the top players, because technically he's up there with the very best. He just doesn't have that inner drive, it seems, to really exert himself over a campaign. But now it looks like he's off to China. According to certain reports, he's off to Shenhua, however it's pronounced, for £275,000 a week to be reunited with Carlos Tevez. That would be a shame. Apparently AC Milan have passed on him because they don't really trust his attitude, which is once again a bigger shame. And I can see someone like Sammy going out there earning a big paycheck and probably enjoying life out in China. He should be playing at a high level than that. He should be playing for a great club still. But this has obviously got legs in it somewhere. He's definitely not going to be at City next season. And one man who also probably won't be at City next season is Nolito. It looks like Sevilla will swap one Man City misfit with another. Nolito is allegedly on his way there. They obviously want a loan, typically. That's all we ever seem to do. We are a charity after all. But we want to sell him for around 6 to 7 million now, which is peanuts really. This will happen. He will obviously go to Spain somewhere. I think the writing's on the wall for Nolito there. I'm just hoping we get a small fee up front as opposed to this loan nonsense. Obviously Sevilla are probably just trying to really push City to see what they can get and try not to get a compulsory purchase fee clause in there. But I suspect we'll see him leave on a permanent transfer actually. I think this will actually happen, and I think it's probably about time, because Nolito, the whole stuff's become a little bit tedious if we're being totally honest. So Nolito, just kind of grab your bags and kind of shoot off, because your attitude with the whole slagging off the Manchester thing is a little bit childish. So all that kind of goodwill's gone, you crazy Spanish bastard, because that's really what he is. But on to another person who probably is leaving as well after another loan, and it's Mangala. Eloquent Mangala, a player that I've got a bit of a soft spot for, I'll be honest. I always quite liked Mangala. I thought he had loads of promise, but never really got that kind of confidence into his game. He started off life brilliantly there, a beast of a defender, but kind of maybe problems with his head, but in terms of concentration and so on. But he's allegedly been spotted in Lyon. Well, I say allegedly, he has been spotted in Lyon, as you can see in this picture here. And now the Lyon sporting director has come out and said they are in negotiations with Man City. The rumours are that he's going to be having a medical around today sometime, and it could be a fee of around 18 million, which doesn't seem too bad. It's not great given how much we spent on him, but given the fact that it seems like he was set for an inevitable run of loans before eventually releasing on a free in 2 or 3 years' time, it seems nice that we could get some money back for him. So, Mangala, I kind of got a soft spot for you, mate. I think you're a good bloke, intelligent, likeable, but mainly probably doesn't have the desire to be, well, not the desire, maybe the intelligence to be at the very top of world football as a centre-back. But hopefully he can prove us all wrong there. Anyway, guys, that's the end of this transfer target. Let me know who you want to see in tomorrow's transfer target or the day after, whenever I get round to doing another one. Subscribe if you haven't already. And a big thank you to all the patrons as well who've been making this channel and these videos even more possible. And big love to everyone else. Big thumbs up if you want to see more of these videos. Of course you do. Let me know what your team's going to be for next season too. And I'll see you next time.